Welcome to Berger de Beauce Pedigree database. In this video, we're going to go over the various features that this database allows you to utilize outside of adding dogs and looking at pedigrees. So the first feature that we're going to go over is the advanced search function. So if you go to the very top bar up here and scroll over search and click on advanced search, it will take you to this larger search function. Now, if you only know a dog's call name, maybe their sire or dam, or if you just want to search based off of specific quotations, you only want to see dogs that have specific quotations. Maybe you only want to see dogs that are the color blue, which is the dilute black. Or maybe you just want to see dogs from France or active breeding dogs. You can search based off of all of these different categories or mixed categories. So for example, if I only wanted to see active breeding dogs, I could search for that and all of them pop up. As you can see, there's 202 results right now for active breeding dogs, both male and female. Now, if I wanted to narrow that down to just male active breeding dogs, I could scroll back up, click male, and hit search again. And there we are, 95 results for active male breeding dogs. So this is a really cool tool in order to narrow down what dog you're looking for. Or if you are a breeder looking for a stud dog to use, this is a really good tool to find your stud dogs. So in speaking of stud dogs, we do have a stud dog page here on the database. So let's go ahead and head over to that. If you scroll over stud dogs and the very top ribbon and click, it will take you to this page. Now, as you can see, this is a little bit different. There's only 21 results here on the stud dog page versus the 95 active male stud dogs on the other page. The difference between this page and the advanced search option is that these people who have entered these specific stud dogs have option to have a public page. Having a public page allows your stud dog to be presented here on this stud dog page, whether that is an active and public kennel page such as Birdwing, Beaucerons de Gardien Royal, Beaucerons du Chateau Rocher. All of these are kennel pages, as well as a personal public page. An example of that is Janine right here. She doesn't have a kennel, but she wants her dog to show up here on this stud dog page. And so she went back into her settings and made sure she made her page public. So if I wanted to look at Storm's profile or I wanted to try and contact Janine, I could click on his page, scroll down, and you can see all of Storm's information. If I wanted to go to Janine's public page, I'm going to go over here to the owner ID section and click on her name. As you can see here, all of this information is public. And she's even added a contact section here. So if I wanted to send her a message directly from her page, I can do so just by editing this information and sending her a message. A lot of breeders will have their website right here. So if you're on their public breeder page, you can go to their website, and a lot of them have contact sections on their websites. So this is just another great tool for the stud dogs. If you have a stud dog, but you don't have a kennel or you don't have a way for people to contact you regularly, adding this little contact section is a great tool so that people can get in contact with you about using your dog. And it will send you a message straight to your email. So that makes it super easy. You don't have to go into the database in order to receive those messages. You'll get it straight to whatever email you used to create an account. So that's just a little bit about public pages, the stud dog page. Just make sure if you want your stud dog to appear on this stud dog page that you have a public account. And you can do that by going into the settings and changing your profile over to a public profile. So like we mentioned before, some of these people on the stud dog page also have public kennels. So if you wanted to go and look for a different breeder or you wanted to contact one of these breeders, you could head over to the breeder section here in the top ribbon. And as you can see, this is random results of any breeder that has created a public kennel page in our database. So if I wanted to contact any of these people, I could go and click on their page. Or if I just wanted to see the dogs that they own, maybe dogs that they're breeding, all of that information will also be available on their account. And see, with this one, I can go straight to her website if I wanted to investigate further. Another cool feature is if I wanted to look at the breeders that are closest to my location, you can search by the map. So I'm here in Florida, so any of these red dots here in this little arc are going to be the closest breeders to me, so I could go and search them that way. As you can see, there's also some breeders over here in Europe that have public pages, so I could click on their pages and contact them this way, or look at the dogs that they have in their kennel this way. And as you can see, this breeder has a contact section here on their page, which makes it super, super easy. So another aspect of this database that we really enjoy is the trial mating. So if you have a stud dog, or if you have a bitch that you want to try and pair virtually, you can virtually pair any pedigree that is already entered into the database. So for example, say I have Urco Seaman, I could click on him and say I wanted to pair him with my dog's mother. There we go. And it'll give you the COI, the ancestor loss coefficient, as well as the trial pedigree. You can also export this pedigree to a PDF if you so choose, the same way you can with any other dog's pedigree. So that's a really cool way that you can start looking at different stud dogs for your bitches if you're a breeder, or if you just want to see what, maybe if you're looking into importing a puppy or you have a puppy on the way that you want to see what their pedigree might look like, you can put that into the trial mating section of our database. So that's another really cool feature. Another feature that kind of goes along with this one is the common ancestors feature. So if you go to the top ribbon again and search, and then go to common ancestors, say I wanted to see all of the ancestors that those two dogs had in common, I can search them. And then click Analyze. Now, these are all of the dogs that these two dogs that I entered up here have in common in their first 5 generations, the first common ancestors. All ancestors that they have in common in the first 5 generations are next. And of course, it gives you these little explanations of what the numbers in the parentheses mean. So you can go into that and look at how common they are and where exactly in the pedigrees they show up. If you want more than 5 generations, you can go to up to 10 generations for up to 6 dogs, which is such a cool feature. So that is a feature that we're super proud of and that we really hope you guys get to use. So another feature, as you guys saw, we have an add a dog feature. We've done a lot of that. Well, if you have an entire litter on the way, or maybe you're expecting a puppy from a litter, you can add the entire litter as one section instead of doing it dog by dog. You can add an entire litter all together in one foil soup. So if we wanted to do my boy's litter, we can do OCN. And as you can see, it'll already pop up if this dog has any litters already existing in the database. But let's say I wanted to do a repeat of this litter. Let's say it was this year. I could continue, and now I can go and add all the puppies from this litter just like you would adding in a regular dog, except for it's going to be in this format. So I can add their registered names, their called names, their registered numbers, their sexes, their colors, their photos, all of this information for an entire litter in one form. It makes it so easy and so convenient to do. So that's another aspect of this database that we really love. It makes it super easy if you have all of the litter's information to just go ahead and put it all together. So, and the last thing that we're going to go over is the puppies for sale section. So our database gives you the opportunity as a breeder to place a litter ad and view litter ads. So if you wanted to place a litter ad, all you're going to do is go to that puppies for sale, place a litter ad, add in the information. And right now I do not have, because I'm not a breeder, I don't have any owned female animals. But if you did have a female animal, it would pop up right here. Then you can go in and add the father, the date of birth, and it will allow you to add a photo as well for the litter ad. We do not currently have any litter ads, but if we did, they would show up right here. So that's another feature that you can use in order to see that, and any litters that had been posted, they'll all be right here. So that is all the features that we have here in the Pedigree database. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope you guys are having fun with it. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. If you go to the More section, you can contact us straight here from the database, or you can always contact us from our Facebook page in the Messenger section, as well as our Google Forms. Please go ahead and give us some feedback on how we're doing and what we can do to help you guys more. Thanks so much.